First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, it tore through our unit in seconds. The target had superhuman abilities.
Mortal Kombat comes at us from first-time film director Simon McQuoid, which I have no idea if I'm pronouncing right, so I apologize, as he brings us into this new defied world of the Mortal Kombat universe. I'm not going to sit here in my wooden chair, hurting my ass in this chair, just to lie to you guys and say I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat. Because simply put, I'm not. I have played the games. I do know the lore, or at least a good handful of it, where I would call myself a casual fan, which for someone who's more than a casual fan, I was a little surprised I knew a little bit more about the lore of Mortal Kombat than my friend who's a much bigger fan than I am. But anyways, keep in mind, I have yet to see the original 2 Mortal Kombat films, and if I'm being honest, I'm excited to watch them, but I'm even more excited to watch Annihilation and see how bad that movie really is. As a casual fan, I thought this movie was damn good. It is no flawless victory, but if I'm being honest, Mortal Kombat never took me as a series to take seriously with the plot, which it does have a good plot in the games I have played at least. Now, the only spoiler I will say in the most subtle way possible is that it is not in the setting you think this movie is in. Mortal Kombat follows Cole Young, a new character that follows the cliche of being pulled into a world he never knew existed, and is essentially the character that needs to learn his own self-worth if he hopes to win the tournament of Mortal Kombat. This character wasn't bad. I didn't hate him. I do think he was a not needed character and was thrown in there to make the story new that fans haven't seen before. I get that. I understand that. But you are already doing something new for the story in a sense. So why add him into the story anyways? The rest of the characters that we see in this film are Kano, Sonya, Jax, Mileena, Kung Lao, Shang Tsung, Liu Kang, Cabal, Raiden, and a few others. Not all of these characters get time to grow, however. In fact, the best characters that get any type of growth is Cole, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero. Kano, on the other hand, is easily the best character, right after Sub-Zero. But that's mainly because Kano is just an asshole. He's kind of a, hilarious asshole, if I do say so myself. But everyone else in this movie pretty much gets sidelined, and I really hope in a possible future for this series that they all get more time to develop their character. The one thing that has the most issues is spoilery, but I won't go too much into detail about it as to why I have an issue with it, but the movie does set up something called Arcana, that is the source of the characters getting powers, but only characters with the mark get these powers. Logically, it really doesn't make a lot of sense as to how it works, and I think certain characters should have been written differently around it. But the best thing this movie nails is the violence. Every fatality hits the mark and is just as gruesome as the games. The movie itself isn't amazing. It's definitely not horrible either. It has cheesy moments in it, some bad plot ideas that don't really work, but if I'm being honest, I'm excited to see more of this universe, and I hope they do improve more on the writing. But overall, don't go into this expecting a 10 out of 10 film. It's a solid game adaptation, and I wish my friends and I saw it in theaters instead of on HBO Max, personally. The only thing I wish for the sequels is to not make Cole Young the main character. Resident Evil did that with Alice, and sideline everyone else. So please, if you guys get sequels, balance everyone out. Don't make a random character that's never existed in the games the main character, because then you're asking for disaster.
Get over here!